わかんやった。またいんなだ。
刀は抜いたままである。ふいはっやっへっ。見切った。えっさあだはっちれはっ。背後です。この気を逃さず。えっえっやっはっふい。
Oh shit, I walked right by her to get my coffee. I should have. Whoops.
新商品続々入荷。寄ってらっしゃい、見てらっしゃい。
Yeah, I walked right by her to go over there. Should have. I mean, it wasn't new. Yesterday was the first day it started, so. And normally I just teleport to the coffee machine because the coffee machine that dude does is only the 80 energy one, and isn't the 60 energy with a bonus, which actually works out better usually. Because usually if your stamina is capped at 240, you don't want 80 because 320 is it's like for the for like the resources stuff. Basically, for anything on the left side, you do it in basically multiples of 100. So if you get 60, then you can just do it 3 times done with one of those first iterations giving a bonus. Whereas if you get 80, then you're like left over with 20. What's supposed to do with that? Oh wow! So these are mobile is all about like aftershock. It seems. Interesting. Like the bonuses have nothing to do with aftershock. The bonuses have nothing to do with aftershock. But just the top, the Bangbu assist. Well, I mean, the Bangbu regenerates energy with aftershock for both of them actually. But it seems like follow-up attacks. It seems like it's more about swap tag assist and stuff like that. Which is fine, I guess, but it is weird that it's triggered by aftershocks. Shit. I don't know which one of these I've done before. I would really like if they were like, oh, if they would just highlight, if they would like highlight which ones I've done. Because I can't remember. And like realistically, what I should do is just be like, yeah. Shit. Okay, so I probably did the last one because I unlocked it and I probably picked it. That I think I probably would have picked as well. So let's just do this one because I probably didn't pick it. Okay, and so that's all I have. So, so I got 2 combats. I have a few occurrences, time trials. Yeah, it's good. Better check the map to see what this one is. Okay, so getting a General Resonium. Consume those 500 gears. Counter. I think this counts as combat. Oh, I haven't actually gotten this card before. So I think all combat is an encounter, right? Combat Resonium. Wait, what? Oh, encounter is the blue one. Oh, okay. Well, then I'll just go. I'll go to this side then. Oh. Oh, it's not the one that has like waves of enemies. Got it. Okay. Cool. Yeah. It's to the point where I've done this enough where now I actually got it. I have to make sure I pick. I have to make sure I pick more. Oh wait, I can buy all of these. Oh, nice. I have to make sure that I pick gear that I haven't already equipped before, or gear that I need to unlock the other path for. Yeah, that actually works really well with my build because I have a bunch of stuff that boosts crit damage, and I have pretty decent crit rate anyway. But to increase my crit rate continuously. Shit. I don't know which one of these I've gotten before. The tech specialty game. Okay, so I don't have attack specialty characters on my on the field right now, so I guess this one has to be it. Obviously, that's supposed to be for when she's paired with Evelyn. I mean, obviously, any attack character will be fine too. You can go put her in Soldier Zero or Shuan, whatever. Yeah, I mean, the good thing is it does say new for that, so it's like I do know that that is new at the very least. That's not amazing, so I'll swap it up. Shit, I want that equipment though, so I'll go down this way for the equipment. Okay, so the chance the refreshes being gone means that I just gotta make sure that I pick. Whoops, just missed that. I just gotta make sure that I go to multiple stores. I can't just wait for the last store and then just constantly refresh it. I just gotta make sure I go to a few stores so that I'm. Is that always? I think that's new. Let's see. Let's get chance for proportion of decimals. HP. Honestly, okay. I want this one. Actually, swap first, just in case, because it seems like it's combat. So she needs to be the first one to go. Probably lower. Actually, let's do lower. The cat, like, both of them together is obviously insanely good, but having a lower requirement is pretty sweet too. Oh wait, I can't refresh. What the fuck? Why is there a refresh down there? Okay, let's just refresh once. See if I can get a mobile one. That is the kind of a shit thing. It's like it's so hard to get one of the mobile ones. Okay, let's just try one more refresh. Dexterity, adversity. So these are all crap. I'll just say fuck it. Save my money. I could buy the dexterity one, but I have no other dexterity buffs, and I don't have a dexterity gear. So there's no real point in doing so. That is the tough thing with these things too, because like before it was like, oh, get a gear that you hadn't had before, right? It was like, oh, cool, if you got this gear, like you just needed the gear. So it's like, have you got? All you have to do is remember, did you get this gear? But now it's like, no, it's not just getting the gear. It's did you get the gear and select like both paths, or did you get the gear and just select one path, right? And therein lies the rub for that, where it's just like, like. I can't tell at a glance if it's new, because it doesn't say new. I have to get it, and then go to the upgrade place from her and be like, hey, So see, like, that one's new. So apparently I did beta last time. Let's go to the side. Get more gear. So it's one of these tough choices where you're just like, shit. It's hard to keep track of everything. And that's just the only issue I really have. It's just there's no. Oh, okay. There's no chest around here. Actually, getting super lucky with chests, so I kind of expected it. Honestly, max HP is kind of cool. These recover. I don't want to do that though. That's a good one if you're. Oh, I can refresh. No, let's refresh. No, again. Ooh, mobile. There we go. Finally, it's tough when they introduce like this whole new. Oops, swamp over. It's when they introduce a whole new buffing type. Yeah, it's tough when it's like. Okay, so I can refresh one more time. Fuck. Okay, well that's a shame. 8 below that. Okay, so I don't need that. Dodge counter. When stunning or inflicted. I guess that's fine. Oh, I can get 2 shits. Okay, let's do those 2 then. Fuck. That's a shame. Like, I only wanted. Although technically, I don't know what gear I'm gonna get, so I could have gotten gear. Like, I could get stun or dexterity gear. Hard to say. Some enemies. Oh, there they are. Shit. Yeah, so like here's some adversity, here's some stun. I think I got a stun piece of gear. That's the kind of shitty thing is when you get gear that you just don't want. Like realistically, I'd like some more ultimate gear, but the tough thing is like you're less statistically likely to get it because like the whole point is that like you got that gear. Okay, so I can read. Wait, I can read. Oh, I see. All the while when taking damage and losing HP, this weapon's removed. Oh, okay, so I only have good until I take one hit, and then I'm over. Okay. Oh, I see. Reduce energy, increase that. Take increased damage, but no longer consumes 6 months. Oh, that's kind of cool. I have to maintain for energy. I don't really need energy though. Let's just. Ooh, hey, cool. Oh, nice. So many buffs. Lucky. Okay, so unfortunately there's nothing, like now that they're all multiples of 2, even if I refresh, I can't get anything. Yeah, so, okay, so I don't need that. Perfect, yeah, fine, let's do that, fuck it. Because the shield is kind of cool. Like, basically, there are some really interesting synergies between these attacks, where it's like, hey, if you could do adversity where you're constantly, like, losing HP. Yeah, like, this is definitely, I like the speed of this. Realistically, they did introduce a super speed mode for the Hollow Zero stuff. Like, so for the old stuff, I was complaining, like, oh man, this like really sucks. Because you keep kind of like forcing us to, wait, what was the task mission? Oh, I see, it's alt. So that's the easy ones you can do. And then all the other ones where you have to do a higher difficulty to, quote unquote, be more challenged and all that shit. So it's like, okay, so there we go. But yeah, like that was kind of one of my other was my other complaints about the old one. Okay, so I improved the number, I think, for that. This. Okay, so she's done. I've gotten all buffs for her completely, so I should not use her again. And Astra's actually done as well. Shit, I should unlock this then. God damn it, because she wasn't able to select this. Well, whatever. I mean, like I'm not going to use Astra for other shit too. Like obviously I'm going to use it for Miyabi teams and stuff. So I got that. So this is almost done. Yeah. The only one I have to do is Jane. I think these are these Jane ones. I think these are Jane. I need to pick Jane for the original ones. It seems. Or I don't know if getting the new ones will count. There's a bunch of shit here. Cool. get one of the cards. Cool. Oh, actually, yeah, we have a lot of these cards. But yeah, like that's what I kind of like about this is that you get these buffs. They make it easier. They have the up agents, and they have these investigation strategies. So it's like I can do any investigation strategy, and the goal, of course, is to max them all out. But it's super. It's like they give a decent enough buff. We don't have to like be super try hard about it. And I didn't realize the Withering Garden had a blitz mode. So I guess I'd never done this at a high enough tier. Like I'm not sure what was needed to unlock it, but like that was my biggest complaint about going back here to farm it. Because like basically it was so repetitive and boring and time consuming really that I didn't max out my level in this at the time. Because basically what they were asking you to do is they were asking you to essentially do one of these zones and one of this zone with a buff, or do Withering Garden twice. But all of these took forever, right? Any zone you picked would take you forever. It would take you like 30 minutes for each one. So if you chose this one, then this one, it's like 30 minutes here, 30 minutes here. It'd be an hour every fucking week to get those max 8,000 points you could do, which was tough because it's just so time consuming and so repetitive and boring. It was like so much wasted time going through the televisions, getting the buffs. And even though like some of these old ones had a skip where you could skip one of the two floors, it was kind of tough because like if you skip one of the two floors, you're not getting any of the buffs from that floor. So you're essentially just saying, hey, I can beat the final boss with just 2 floors of buffs, which saves you time. And usually by the time you're coming back at it, you're like, yeah, sure, because of power creep, my characters are strong enough to do that. But it didn't appear all the time because I did this like again one other time, and it didn't pop up. Either that, or maybe it was Withering Garden. Maybe Withering Garden doesn't have a skip, but only these old ones did, and I'm getting them mixed up. But even still, like, Withering Gardens, like, you could stack on points and make it more challenging and stuff to try to get more points per run. So you need less runs, but the problem is that you make it so challenging. You make it challenging. You make it too challenging, so it becomes really annoying to do. So it's like, yeah, you can do it, but it just feels like shit. So, yeah. So that's the tough thing. But then they introduce this blitz mode, which is actually much, much better. And so I might just like reduce some of these buffs because it's much faster. It's like rather than having like 3 floors, it's like just all combat events where it's like, okay, cool, you're gonna have like 3 combat events back to back before a boss, and so it's like it takes much less time to do. And so doing a one-off of that, hell, even doing 2, it's like basically doing 2 would take less time than just doing 1 in the old format. So like, it was definitely an improvement. But I didn't really even realize they did this because it was so, because like they didn't even have Withering Garden at the start. Like at the start, all you had were these other trials, and then they had Inferno Reap, which is like, yeah. So like you only had these, and so you have to do those twice, which is so fucking mind-numbing. So yeah. I still haven't actually unlocked everything, although I have unlocked most of it. Like, honestly, the only things I haven't unlocked are just these 2, and then this. Which, if I do this to max this out and get these rewards, because like they're free rewards, I might as well get them at some point. But yeah, anyway, regardless, time to go and do. Time to start. Oh, I've only walked. Jesus Christ, I'm only walking 30 minutes. I'm like sweating a storm up. It's so fucking hot nowadays. Before, I'd be like, yeah, I'd be sweating this much after maybe like walking an hour and a half. It's just because like, I think it's probably already like in the mid to high 70s inside and even hotter outside. Okay, so yeah, on yesterday's episode, I finished Lycon's Quest. I was very impressed that they had foreshadowing for Mockingbird even back then. Like, we saw a young Hugo. We even saw an adult Hugo talking about how he'd be wanted to see the quote unquote traitor, i.e., Lycon. So I don't know about Rina. Like, basically, Mockingbird was kind of like the only big thing that's happened kind of recently. So like, I don't expect a big foreshadowing with Rina's quest. I mean, we'll probably learn more about her, which is good because, like, honestly, we know practically nothing about her. She's just like she's like the taskmaster of their group, but like she rarely actually talks in any of the quests. Like, basically, when interacting with the maid group, we talk far more. I mean, Lycon has basically had the front and center role. Well, obviously, he's kind of like the leader of it, so it makes sense. But like, he's the one who's mainly talked, and talked to us outside of stuff. Like, basically, we talk with him when we're not interacting with the entire group as well. Now, when we're with the entire group, they all do kind of speak. But like, Ellen also had her character quest, and we interacted with her. So we'll see. Anyway.
ごきげんよう、ガイドさん。いいえ。それじゃ。
リナさんや、ここには。
かしこまりましたわ。あ、棚のへりは危ないですから、ぶつかって。
あのおばあちゃん、どなた？何か探してる？
まあ、ご紹介がまだでしたわね。レイシャおばあ様は。
お団子って
いいえ、そのような普通のお団子ではあり。
リナさんや、ヘラヘラ。
おばあ様。で、ヘラヘラ団子が何かおばあ様ご自身にも
まあ、全然
落ち着いてくださいましょう。
お願いするわ。
My guess is because she's looking under the counter, I think she's looking for like a cat or something.
店長様、こちらにヘラヘラ団子。
コメディならヘラヘラって感じの。
こんなくらいの大きさでね、丸くてぷくぷくしてて、笑った顔がとてもおかしい。
Round and chubby and we giggle, so it's probably not a cat then, so maybe it's a bang boo.
午前中、いろいろなお菓子屋さんを訪ねましたわ。けれど、困りましたわね。お菓子屋さんでないのなら、午後はぬいぐるみのお店を探してみるべきでしょうか。
ぬいぐるみで思い出したんだけど、いつもヘラヘラして。
まあ、一筋の希望が見えてきましたわ。六分街にはめったに足を運ばないものですから、貴重な情報をご提供いただき感謝いたします。レイシャおばあ様、そうと決まれば早速。
リナさんや、私はもう歩けない。
確かに、もう何時間も。
パンダさんのいる喫茶店ならすぐそこだし、私が写真に撮ってくるよ。それをおばあちゃんに見てもらえば一発でしょ。行ってくるね。
まあ、お手数をおか。
Oh shit! I forgot to get my lottery ticket from the temple.
一番下はお野菜とハムのサンドイッチ。
おやまあ。
お茶はローズブラック、アールグレーの2。
まあまあ。
ちょっと写真を撮りに行ってる。
まあ店長様、ちょうどこのような時ですから手作りというわけにはいきませんでしたが。
そうなんだ。そうそう、ヘラヘラ団子の写真
いかがでしょう、列車は。
違うわね。これじゃない。
あら、ヘラヘラと。
違うわよ。よだれを。それも違うわね。
そうだったのですわね。ご安心。まずはこれまでのことに感謝と私はビクトリア火星の代表として新エリート火星協会の評定にレイシャ・クリスティおばあ様に過去にも評定に参加したことがありますので、どのようレイシャおばあ様は火事にまつわる審査のため意図的に難題を提示されているという可能性。
Yeah, like I was thinking maybe she was just, like senile or something. Obviously, what she's looking for is a metaphor. It's not a literal sweet cake. I was thinking initially a cat. But considering it can giggle, it's probably a bamboo. But it's hard to say, because now she's saying it's super loud, so I don't know if she's actually senile or if she's just gonna keep saying this and all she's really doing is looking for how we handle the situation and not actually like it might not be that we actually have to find it. It could just be like, how do you handle a situation where customers being clearly unreasonable and delusional, and how well you handle the situation is what will get the bonus or the high evaluation.
いいっていいって。
よろしいのですか。それでは6分が。ここにお団子の素敵な味わいの CD ショップですわ。
好きな曲でも入ってるの？
どちらもですわ。こちらのレコードは収録当時、それは挑戦的なサービスでしたわ。
That's actually a really tough choice. Because, when she does her burst, she, fiddles with the strings of her dolls, and the way her hand movement is similar to how you have it on piano, where it's, hands out, fingers down, and, she's, twiddling her fingers, which is, that's, how you twiddle piano keys. But she is also using strings to manipulate her dolls, and a violin is a string instrument. The question is, honestly, I think she'd probably do a better violin I guess. I mean, I bet it's probably neither. I bet no matter what you choose, it'd be wrong. And just like, actually, I played the bass guitar. Yeah. Or I played I played the tambourine, or something silly, you know.
リナさんは
実はエレキ
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I said bass guitar. I mean, technically, I was kind of in the right vein. It is a string instrument. Although, I mean, technically, because it's an electric guitar. Well, I mean, like, electric guitar still strings, right? You still have to tune it, and you have to tune the strings. It's just that you just connect it to an amp, and it blasts out versus an acoustic. Yeah, I mean, like, the only electric part of it is just how it amplifies it, how it amplifies the sound. It plays like an acoustic, although I don't know. Like, obviously, I would assume that because it doesn't need the body of the acoustic guitar to amplify its sound. It's much smaller, so it's obviously going to be made out of different materials. I'm just curious if the strings of an acoustic guitar differ from the strings of an electric guitar. You know, like maybe, I think, because it feels like electric guitar strings are thicker. So I'm not sure why. Maybe it's because you need I don't know. I'm not a musician. I don't know music theory. I don't know any of this shit.
例年火星協会の審査内容といえば通常の火星今回架空の品を探すというのは予想外でしたね。
おやおや
古文じゃないって。これでも一応ここの
申し訳ありません。おばあ様に代わって
思い出したわ。波よ。お団子が泡立つ白い波に
私のボンプを気に入ってくださり嬉しゅうございますわ。例えばこちらの金髪でパッツンボブの子はドリシラですわ。マナーも
確かにお団子がまた変わった。
マスター、レイシャ・クリスティ、波、2つのキーワードをネット。
あら今
のは
まあ本当ですか。ご安心くださいまし。店長様のとにかくとてもタイムリーなヒントをいただき待望された決勝の夜優勝候補の一人であったレイシャ・クリスティが突如なるほど波花のは棄権したとされる方のお写真も載っていますわ。まさか私の審査官がミスコン泡立つ白波にゆらゆらと浮かぶそのお団子。
どの話が早いっていうの？
ミスシティコンテストは今に至るまで待
って、リナさんもミスし
あのコンテストには歌唱演技
前に楽器を当てさせられた時は超大穴だったしね。
答えはぜんぶですわ。
わかりっこないって
とにかくあの一件があったおかげで
Yeah, I guess.
大会の主催者
Yeah, I guess she was in the competition. She just wasn't. Well, she said she participated. I wouldn't actually. Yeah, I guess in the loosest. Yeah, like obviously, when you think participated, you think competed. She didn't say competed. She just said participated, which in theory, then any of the organizers of the competition participated in the competition. They just didn't compete in the competition. Very, very interesting wording. Very, very true, but still very misleading. Because like most people wouldn't say it like that, right? You would assume, oh, you participated, your participation equals competition. Otherwise, you would just say you assisted with the competition. You know? Okay, so that's part one of our story. Took about 17 minutes. Maybe 15 minutes. Okay, so every single instance has always involved combat. There's no time where they've not had combat in this. But it's also kind of weird. Like, I guess the assumption is that the trophy's probably going to be stolen. Like, we're going to go talk to them. They're going to say, hey, the trophy's been stolen. It was stolen by Hollow Raiders, and then we have to go into Hollow to get it back. That would be obviously that'd be the obvious thing, you know? And then maybe the third chapter has her being kidnapped? Maybe that's it? Because it feels like, I think they've always had us go in at least twice. Sometimes all three parts of a character quest have us go into a Hollow. But I don't think there's ever been a character quest that had us go in less than 2 times. So the fact that the first part didn't have it means we're going to have to go in twice for these next 2 parts. But yeah, I would think it's probably trophy gets stolen the first time, we bring it back to her, and then maybe the granny herself gets kidnapped, or like wanders into the Hollow looking for something. Or like maybe when we go into the Hollow to get the trophy, she wanders in looking for it too. Or she gets kidnapped by the same people who kidnapped the trophy. Hard to say. I mean, I'm already operating under the assumption that the trophy has been stolen, which we haven't gotten proof of yet. Okay, is the actual? Wait, what? I thought we were just going to go to the organizer like stuff. I thought we were going to the organizer. Also, why is she looking? Like, I honestly don't think it's the trophy though, because like she dropped out. You know, she never won the trophy. It'd be one thing if she won the trophy and was like, "Yeah, this is my trophy," and you know, like it'd be one thing if she won it, was given the trophy, but then had to like quit or like was disqualified, and so she lost the trophy. In which case, I can understand her obsession with it. It'd be like, "Yeah, it was mine, and then it was taken from me." But if she dropped from the competition, she never had the trophy to begin with. So why would she be so like adamant about it?
ドリシラじゃなくてリンです。おばあちゃん。
おばあ様は再びヘラヘラ団子をお探しになられているのさ。おばあ様、こちらテレビに夢中のご様子ですわね。
あれはね、あらすじはね、街中に
ホローよ。
おばあ様、どうされたのですか?
Oh, is that it? Was she competing and she dropped out because she also fights hollows? So is that why she's obsessed with it? She feels the trophy should be hers because she was competing, and the only reason she had to drop out was because she had to fight back a hollow and lost the trophy. And I don't know. I don't think she would think it would be hers though. It's like that. She doesn't seem like the type. Like basically, anyone who would think that the trophy was theirs because of that would be incredibly entitled and kind of a dick, right? Because like you didn't win the trophy regardless. You're being incredibly narcissistic and assuming that, oh, if I had competed, if I wasn't pulled into the hollow to save people, I would have won. She doesn't seem the type like that. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe the person who won it gave it to her. You know, maybe the person who actually won the competition gave it to her and be like, hey, you know, I would not have won this if you hadn't dropped out. And I heard what you did to fight back the hollow. That was amazing. You can have the trophy. Yeah, I really think the sweet cakes are Bangbu. I think that's probably it. It's probably Bangbu. Maybe children, but honestly, it feels like this is somewhat of a silly quest, so I'm thinking it's going to be Bangbu. I mean, I do understand why this happens. I never liked it in stories because, like, it's an old lady. So you're saying an old lady who is standing right next to you runs away and you miss her. You are unable to capture and catch up to an old lady. Like, what? How is that possible, right? How are you unable to catch up to an old lady? Like, she also just ran this way too, right? So it's like, she should also be tired. So the fact that you're unable to catch up to her is insane. And this happened for like the little child too. It was like, you know, this happened to that little girl, Lilac, in Lycon's quest, where it's like she's consistently run away. But like, Lycon, you have fucking robot legs. How the hell are you letting her escape and get away from you? You should be like one lunge forward should instantly catch up and be able to get in front of her and stop her. You know, I get why it happens. Obviously, it's to progress the story. You know, it makes no logical sense that someone so much older than us, or even anyone really, could get away from someone else, right? Like, there's no way in hell anyone would actually be able to get away from Lycon. He's just too strong and fast. There's no way. And there's no way this old lady who's crouched and seemingly would need a cane and is constantly like running out of breath, that we're unable to catch up to her, and we can only catch up to her when she finally reaches her destination and stops, and then we catch up. It's like, how are you not faster than an old lady, right? So I get it, right? It's just how you write stories. You kind of have to. Because obviously if you caught up to her, yeah, again, literally panting, crouched over panting, and still able to escape two mostly adult women. Like, I'm not sure how old Belle is, but she's like mostly an adult, and Rina is literally an adult, so it's like, how does she get away from us, right? Like, it makes no sense. It doesn't make logical sense. But, you know. And like, it could be like they're just like walking along with them, like they're just like watching her run away and they're just like casually following her. Or maybe like a brisk jog just to keep her in eyesight. It could be something like that, where they're not actually trying to stop her, but they're just trying to follow her. Sure, you know. But they don't literally say that, and the nature of the game is like, you just don't do that. Well, I mean, you could have her like move, you could have her actually move and have to follow along, but realistically, that would be boring, because it'd be time wasting, right? Technically, it's obviously wasting time just to have to go to that new location, but like, if you had to follow her along, that would mean that rather than just like running there or even teleporting to a closer location and getting there, you know, you would have to like follow along her NPC and wait for her to actually arrive before you can continue it. So it's like, sure, right? It makes less sense because you can't actually show them easily catching up to her and just letting, because obviously they're making the choice of letting her continue on and not actually capturing her. But then every now and then, like, something goes wrong where it's like, oh my god, because she ran away, we weren't able to like protect her at in this moment, and she was surrounded by thugs. Where it's like, well, that kind of counteracts my assumption that what they're doing is just doing a brisk jog behind her to keep her in sight, but make sure she doesn't get into trouble, type thing. Like for Lilac, right? It's like, so yeah. Anyway. Yeah, I mean, the fact that she's referring to them in plural, I mean, it's probably not the trophy.
先ほどテレビで流れていた内容、新職認知後遺症、長期間フォローに滞在したならば、具体的な症状は記憶力の急激な低下。
Yeah, ether-induced Alzheimer's, basically.
重症の場合、
つまり
あくまでも推測に過ぎませんわ。ですが、変わり続けるお団子といい、私たちがわからなくなっ今日のところは一旦おばあ様を連れて帰ること。
うん、なんかあったら
この2日間はお店に
Wait, no, that's not it, right? It's not going to be that easy, right? I'm not able to go in the car, but I'll go from the side. Is this the end of chapter 1? Because like usually that's what happens. Like it's talk to Wise to end the chapter. Is that really it?
まあ
Oh no, Rina's here, so maybe not.
おばあちゃんの様子。
おばあ様のお家はご近所にお話を伺ったところ、
つまりわざとリナさんに難題を課しているわけではなく、自分それで言うとおばあさんに
Yeah, that is interesting, right? Like, if it's that well known that she has a cognitive disorder, then why the fuck was she chosen as the evaluator? Like, again, it could just be that it's all about how she treats her, but like, wasn't the assumption that the person they chose is the one who's going to evaluate them, right? So it's like, oh, okay, we need to evaluate all the housekeeping companies. We're going to pick these people. You know, these people are going to, you know, test the housekeeping companies by giving them tasks or whatever. And then the people who were chosen should be the ones providing their evaluation. So it'd be one thing if they were like following along and watching, but because then they could see how well, you know, Rina's handling the dementia, the lady with dementia. But like we don't see anyone following us, and maybe it's all done like remotely via drones or cameras and stuff. So maybe that's it. But because obviously, clearly, this old lady is in no position to provide a cohesive evaluation of how we're doing, because she can barely remember anything. Hell, you know, the next day she might not even remember Rina at all or helping her. So, which kind of like flies in the face of it, because like presumably the chosen ones should be the ones actually doing the evaluation, or there should be some sort of person following along to act as a unbiased third party because actually no, it would have to be an unbiased third party, because it's not like the chosen people could know what qualifications like, because you're evaluating like the best service, right? But like you can't rely on the people you choose to provide that evaluation, right? Sure, you know, their impression of the service does matter, but it really should be the organization, you know, doing this test that actually observes, because there are some aspects that, you know, customers just aren't aware of, where it's like, oh, okay, like all maids should be able to do these things well, and a customer, like, and for a lot of service industries, if you do something well, customer doesn't even realize what you've done, right? If you do something so well, it just works, then the customer doesn't run into any friction whatsoever. So your evaluation might not be super high because, you know, things go easy for the customer, so the customer is not even aware of all the things that you did to help them. And that's why you need the unbiased third party to be there to be like, yes, we're seeing all the things you're doing. We understand what that means for your customers and can give you an evaluation accordingly. So that's the kind of tough thing I have, where it's like we clearly don't have anyone following us. Although I guess there are bang boos, so maybe that's it. Maybe there's just a bang boo following us that we just don't even notice.
そんなことあるんだ。リナ、
今あなた方の前にいるドリシ、あの頃お屋敷に住んでいた私は友達がお父様はそれが大変お嫌いで、使用人のお下がりなんて捨ててしまう。それからはお父様に見つからないようベッドの中や下、私はエージェントとなりボンプを戦いに用いると決めました。案の定それは私の守ってあげるという。
お屋敷に使用人。リナさん、子供の頃は
とにかくおばあ様がドリシラを抱えて出て行かれ、
おばあさんがドリシラをお団子だと勘違いして店の外まで連れ出したのは、
おばあちゃんがあの映画の予告に影響された。
お団子が一体何を指しているのかですが、コンテストの危険と。
Yeah, I guess it could be dolls. She could be like, she could have manufactured, she could be like creative and stuff. Honestly, I still think it's bang boos. I think she may be like bang boo servants or something. Or it could be children, you know. It could be a metaphor for children. Like maybe she, yeah, worked at a kindergarten and was protecting children from Hala, and she just called them sweet cakes. It's hard to tell, because it's obviously a metaphor. We just have no frame of reference for what it could be. And it could be like anything. It could be a cat. It could be cats. It could be children. It could be dolls as well. It could be mango. It could be anything. I do think it is some sort of like living, maybe not a living thing, but it's not one thing. It's like it's a collection of things. Oh, okay. So never mind. I guess this is the first story where we don't. Oh, okay. Actually, I should have known. Yeah, because these don't have anything. But when you get to here, it now has an average ending level. Okay. I've been walking for an hour and 3 minutes. Do I want to just finish this and walk a little longer? I guess I could. Okay, let's clear it. Because I think doing this will give me the final trophy I need to platinum the game. Because I did pretty much everything else, but the only issue is that some of the character quests are part of the initial base game, which is kind of weird because maybe the PlayStation version came out like a few months later or something like that. Because like I can't remember playing it on the PlayStation initially. Thought I played it on the PC. But now there's a PlayStation version, but the PlayStation version includes Rina's and Lycon's character quest as part of the base game's platinum trophy, which is not usually how it works. And in fact, for lots of patches, they basically just add on a few extra trophies. Where it's like, oh, okay, it's the 1.4 patch. Okay, well, if you do, here's some trophies for doing the 1.4 content, right? Stuff like that.
今朝波花の輪が届きましたので持参しておばあ様のお家ご近所の方々によりますと
Oh, actually, I could use that to determine what patch these guys were released in, because these guys are included in the base game's version, so I could just look at the next patch version content, like look at the next set of trophies that are released, and then I can extrapolate what patch it was from. And I assume it was from the Chapter 2 interlude, because that's where Shui shows up. We see images of her and Yuan as well, so I assume that's when that character quest appeared. But I wasn't 100% sure about the patch number. I should be able to extrapolate that from the PlayStation trophies. I mean, I could also look it up too.
おばあ様が何週間もお団子を探しているのは周知のことですので、いつものように確かにおばあ様は治安局には捜査
お団子を助けに。
本日のおすすめ情報で新エリートでも著名な大型総合病院です。
Oh, okay.
41年前って、おばあ
So
ちゃんが
that's
ミスコンを棄権したのと同じ年じゃん。
that was something I always found a little confusing, but I guess if I had done these character quests, I wouldn't have been as confused. Because they told us the Hollow Zero disaster happened, like, because of their teacher. But, like, it was when the children themselves were alive, when Belle and Wise were alive. So the Hollow disaster had to have only happened, like, 10 to 15 years ago. And they keep saying, like, oh, the Hollow Zero was the progenitor Hollow, and it was what caused all the other Hollows to pop into existence. I assumed that what that meant was the Hollow Zero disaster was when Hollow Zero first came into existence and spawned Hollows all over the world. But it seems like... But then there was a lot of other stuff where, like, it wouldn't make sense, right? Like, for technology to develop the way it has in only 10 to 15 years. Because, like, they're using ether, and they're mining ether from hollows to produce equipment and energy. And, like if Hollow Zero was when the first hollow came into existence, then they would have had to research and explore ether and then actually develop tools in 10 to 15 years, which is a very, very short cycle, right? Like, if something just came into existence, you're going to have to deal with a disaster. Then you're going to have to, like, have enough wherewithal to actually go into hollows and, like, investigate. Then return with ether, and then do preliminary investigations on ether, and then finally figure out some sort of use for it, and then implement a logistical system to extract ether from hollows and process it and implement its technology and advanced technology along that path, which would take much longer than like 10 to 15 years. Just like simply having the infrastructure in place to mine ether at a reasonable pace. So my thought was that maybe the Hollows existed before the Hollow disaster, which would still keep it in line, where Hollow Zero did exist. Hollow Zero was the first Hollow, but Hollow Zero might have existed for a long period of time, you know? And especially with the Exaltus popping up into existence, it seems like what's likely, and obviously we know that there was a Hollow disaster, a Hollow popped up 41 years ago. So at the very least, Hollows have existed in this world for 41 years. And it was only 10 to 15 years ago when shit really hit the fan, which destroyed old Eridu. And what seems likely, and actually, it does make the Exaltus thing make more sense, because now they've had enough time to be able to like do a bunch of research into the Hollow, what the Hollow does, what Ether does, all that shit, and to develop a plan. And it seems fairly likely that rather than their teacher causing the Hollow Zero's disaster, it was probably the Exaltist. The Exaltist snuck into their teacher's experiment and fucked it up, contaminated it in some way to try to yield specific results, which then led to a catastrophic failure and the expansion of Hollow Zero and the clusterfuck that was the Hollow disaster. That seems the very likely course of action. But knowing that they've had 41 years to actually, at the very least, research Ether and develop an infrastructure to mine it, refine it, and, you know, use it in their everyday lives for technology and energy, makes a lot more sense. And if I had kept up with these character quests, I would have known that Hollows have existed for at least 41 years, which was one of my complaints. I think at the end of the epilogue of chapter 1, where I'm like, what was the time frame of all this shit? Because they made it seem, they said Hollow Zero was the first Hollow. But when you have the Hollow Zero disaster, you're thinking, oh, the disaster was what caused Hollow Zero to form. But it seems like it wasn't. The disaster is what caused Hollow Zero to expand greatly. You know, and then like fuck over the world. Well, and yeah, so because they weren't explicit about that. They didn't say Hollow Zero came into existence, 100 years ago, and when it sprung into existence, it then created Hollows. It created child Hollows all over the world. Well, I mean, they did say they created the child Hollows. Like, so all Hollows are supposedly tied to Hollow Zero, I think. But anyway, so that's okay. So that definitely makes more sense. So you had over 40 years to develop and research Hollow and Ether and stuff like that. So that makes way more sense. Yeah, well, I already knew that. I knew she's gone Hollow because we have I do find it weird though. Is in the Hollow. There's like shitloads of Hollows. Which Hollow? Okay, ice and electric. Ice and electric. I guess I'll just be these two. Fuck it. Like, I actually used Rina with my Soldier Zero combination, so I could have just gone like Rina, Trigger, and Soldier Zero. But let's just be quick about this. Because they also mention ice, and I'm like, I don't want to like go all electric to have like the final boss be ice, right? Because like you could be fighting a bunch of enemies that are weak to electric, and then just the final hardest boss is weak to ice, and you're just like, well, fuck, I went all in on electric.
だ彼女の記憶は
41。
ミスシティコンテストの危険と白波病院の被災はどちらも同じ日に起きたこと。そしておばあ様は
So the assumption is that the sweet cakes were something at that hospital. At that hospital 41 years ago, there was something that she is using a metaphor to refer to as sweet cakes that she went back to the hospital to rescue. But what could they be? The patients? Children? Bangbu? Maybe she produced dolls she gave to the hospital for children and stuff like that, and she wanted to go rescue them. The dolls that she made.
レイシャおばあ様の41年前ですか。今の私とそれほど変わりませんわね。この時彼女は白波病院の看護師だったのです。主に赤ちゃんのお世話をされていたようですわ。
ずーっとニコニコしてるわね。さあ、早く寝るのよ。たくさん寝る子はそれだけ早く大きくなれるわ。
Oh, so maybe it was Bangbu then.
よだれまみれ。
Actually, no, drooling? Oh, babies. So it was children, I guess.
ずいぶん大きな声で泣くのね。
I see. So sweet cakes is her metaphor for babies. I was right that it was children. I guess they were just babies. I guess she took care of babies at a hospital. She worked in the nursery or whatever. And so she rushed in to rescue the children, I assume.
ですが彼女はこの仕事が好きでした。そしてもちろん
Oh, yeah, it's a maternity ward. That's what.
彼女にはやりたいことがあったのです。まあ、ちょっとしたトラブルのようですわね。続きは
We're gonna go
目の
ghost
前の
mode.
問題を解決してくれる。
Oh, wait, never mind. Let's go open that door. Never mind. I thought we might have to go ghost mode to hit the bump.
協力者内で初めて通れるものみたいだ。見てくれ。向こう側にもドアを操作するスイッチがある。
スイッチを押すのですわね。この子たちにお任せくださいまし。
Jesus Christ. Can you let me skip this dialogue? Like, I don't need 5 seconds to read 5 words. Like, I can read a short sentence like that in a second. So please just let me skip the dialogue. Let me press X to move the dialogue forward. And this is basically why, like, this TV thing was like so hated. Is because whenever you're doing shit like this, it's like, hey, we're obviously gonna go hit the button. Can we wait? How about we do this? How about we take like 30 seconds to do something so ridiculous? Yes, got it. Go. Yes, yes, thank you for waiting, making me wait 5 seconds to let me know that you swapped so that we can continue on. Like, Jesus Christ, just let me fucking go. Like, it drags everything down. Like, oh, I see. We have to do it like one button at a time, I guess. Oh, I thought the whole point is that they use the buttons. I thought the whole point was they both step on the buttons so that we can get through. But they're like, nope, you're just gonna do nothing. Yeah, this is kind of stupid. Yeah. Cool, awesome. Could you spend 5 seconds? Could you spend 5 seconds to? It's just like, come on, dude, hurry the fuck up. Like, this is what really sucked about the television. Is that it just took so fucking long. Unlike other dialogue, you can't just skip it. What the fuck am I supposed to do? Supposed to both go? Yeah, so I wasn't paying attention. Because it just takes so fucking long to just do the same basic bullshit. It's like, come on. Just let me skip dialogue. I mean, it's not even like skipping dialogue. Just let me move dialogue forward. Like, I read it. Like, You don't need to spend 5 seconds in a ridiculously short sentence with the inability to just press X to move it on. You know? I understand this, where it's like, oh, well, she's doing something at the same time. So... stuff. Okay. Yeah. I understand the idea. It's like, oh, well, we're waiting for her to do stuff. You know?
テレビスタジオの一角、華麗な舞台を生中継する数多くの画面の中に一つ、緊急のニュースを流す古いテレビがあったのですわ。それは白波病院が炎に飲まれたことを伝えるものでした。そうして、
Yeah. And so she left the stage, go to the hospital, save the children. Got it, you know? Duh, we understand what the fuck's going on. Yeah, so it's like... It's like a 30-second thing that could have been wrapped up in 10 seconds, right? And that's basically like these televisions in a nutshell. These televisions are all basically that. It's all... Like, I'm trying to move right now. Like, I'm trying to move. Here we go. Fucking was there a point in stopping us? No. Not at all. Was there a point in having a 10-second wait before I could just move my character when you clearly already showed the map? Like, no. Just go. And that's kind of the shit thing. Is they just didn't... they just don't accept button input. So it's like, hey, we're doing all this dialogue, and I've read the sentence. Let me press X to continue to the next thing. Could you please stop actively wasting my time? So, like, basically, this is the kind of the issue with television. Like, it was an interesting concept to start out with, but, like, in practicality, like this, you can press X to continue. It's like, you know, you can press X to continue, like, to move the dialogue on. It's like, realistically, there's no need. There's no need to force me to wait, like, literally 5 seconds in between every single bit of dialogue. Like, is there really a need to tell me something so insanely basic of the main switch is there, like all main switches, and stopping me from doing stuff? Like, yeah, I get it. You've told me how to do this before. Like, okay, so these guys... Oh my god, I can't even swap until they do the fucking die. So, like, this is basically televisions in a nutshell, where it's like... Oh, I see. It's probably this, right? Guess this? Right. Oh, I see. I have to stay on it. Got it. Fine. Whatever. Swap. Let's do the ship. Yeah. Swap. Go. Yep. Got it. It's just like, yeah. It's fine. And if you just didn't have all these, like, delays, because it feels like shit. It feels like shit to be forced to wait. It feels like shit to have to, like, go through this super long dialogue. It's like, no real reason to stop. I'm gonna either do drop now. There's no real reason to delay shit. Just go, right? Just pull. You know, like... And the fact that it's like, got it, it's blocked. Like, the fact that I can't just, like, make this go faster, right? Increase the rate that this goes.
怖くないわ。私が来たからね。大丈夫。守ってあげるからね。
So I assume she actually did protect them.
その時にはもう
You know, I assume she went in, she got them. Going in there obviously made her ether weak or whatever, and gave her dementia at this point.
用のドレスが裂けてもそれどころではなくヒールを脱ぎ捨て裸足で走りそしてよじ登り道を塞ぐ
Break through, break.
しました当時のおばあ様に赤ちゃんの
And I assume, so my guess is at the end of this, we're gonna have a bunch of people who come up and meet the granny, right? It's gonna be a bunch of people who come up and meet her and say, "You're the one who saved me," you know? It's gonna be a bunch of the children she saved back then popping up and being like, "Hey, how's it going? Thank you for saving me."
そして特別大きな声で泣いているおくるみおばあ様が今も探し続けている波花のお団子です
侵食認知後遺症はこれがきっかけでこの先にあるのが最後の障害だ
一息に通過して
Dear God, just go! Just fucking go!
ではこれまで通りこの子たちをお任せしますわね
Oh, okay, so I can't actually... I was hoping I could push it against it to undo it. Oh my God, just swap, for fuck's sake! It's the only fucking mechanic! Why would you have anything else work? So fucking dumb! Oh, I see, it gets stuck there. Oh, I see. Oh my God, this is such trash. So basically every time I swap, it automatically swaps to the other thing. And so now I have to fucking change back. Oh my fucking God, this is such dog shit. Who the fuck thought this be a good idea? Huh. Guess we go this way? Guess we just gotta go this, right?
それを持っていけたらいいんだけれど
I can go. And then I have to swap to the other fucking thing. Oh wait, what? Oh, I see, just even swapping was fine. Oh, I see. I use it the second I interact with it. Okay.
あの箱が役に立つかもな
I get off it? Okay, so I have to... Huh. Oh. Huh.
あの箱が役に立つかもな
But yeah, so like that's fine as a puzzle. If it was purely just a puzzle, it's just the dialogue in between is just such a huge time waster. Just like be double speed, like you're just waiting like twice as long as you need to for every single sentence, at
レイ
least.
シャおばあさんはきっとあそこだ。思ったけれど、こうしてボンプを使うのはとても便利だな。
お褒めに預かり光栄ですわ。戦闘アクセス権限を元通りに。
ここにもない。
よかった。おばあ様を見。
お団子をすべてなくしてしまったわ。ヘラヘラだ。
あれリナさん。
ええ。調査によってそれは記憶が病院で被災したよ。レイシャおばあ様、私を覚えていらっしゃる。
怖くない。
エーテリアスの反応が。
リナさん、おばあちゃん。エーテリアスが。レイシャおばあちゃん、移動しよう。
大丈夫。何があっても守ってあげるよ。
違うのおばあちゃん、それはお団子じゃ。
違うもんか。私はもうなくさないよ。
何を言ってもダメみたい。どうしようリナさん。リナさん。
レイシャ・クリスティ、看護師ナンバー2107。なくしてなどいません。ヘラヘラ団子は今やあなたと同じベビーナースの道を。大声団子は寡黙になりましたが、それでも演奏会の後必ず会いに行くと。よだれ団子はベテランの調査員に。
Oh, is she one of them? No, actually, no. 41 years ago. She's not 41.
いなくなったのではなく、大きくなったのですわ。そして彼らが守る番に。
Yeah, I thought for a second I was like, oh, maybe she's one of them, but like actually, no, that's not
そちら
possible.
でお待ちくださいまし。お片付けはすぐに終わりますわ。せやへったさへっはっやへったへったや終わりだ。やったはっややったせへっせい。危険は排除できましたわ。わからなくとも大丈夫ですわ。
お団
レイシャおばあちゃん。
ここ数日のことすべて忘れてしまわれたのです。
子。ああ、そうだわ。でも
見つかったのでしたら重要ではないことはフォローに入る前にお団子の方々には連絡を入れてあり。
Hey, I called it. I called it that the baby she saved, we're gonna come and visit her.
ああ、やっと来てくださいましたね、リナ様。
ええ、審査の内容。
お待ちください、リナ様。
まあそれ。
彼女は本来の審査官お団子を探すとかなんとかおっしゃって、ところが
ですが、そのうっかりと偶然が
つきましてはですね。
その話は後にいたしましょう。おばあ様。
そういうことであれば。
ではおばあ様のことが。失礼。店長。
But yeah, I mean, my complaints about the television thing is like, that's why they kind of did away with it. Basically, like, Hollow Zero used to be about going into the televisions, and the character quest used to be about going to the televisions for Hollow investigations, and some of the side quests for that involved were like doing that too. But basically, at this point, like, the only time we go into the Hollow is usually for the main story, or just to do combat stuff, which is just purely combat, right? Or it's just going inside in a 3D environment to kill things. So we don't, and Hollow Zero is no longer that either. So it's like all interactions are done through the 3D environment. So basically, they realized, yeah, I don't really like these television stuff. They just end up dragging things along, taking too much time, which just frustrates people. And so they basically just did away with it.
お団子探し。
どうか
I mean, the unfortunate thing about this is, like, it does kind of suck. It does kind of suck that, like, so the previous one with Lycon, we learned a lot more about Lycon. We were like, oh, cool, here's Lycon, you know. There we go, got my platinum trophy. Here's Lycon. Here's this whole backstory. Here's oh, hey, I got either what? Oh, Rina is probably unlocked now, right? Yeah, now I can finally actually work on Rina. So like Lycon was like, oh, hey, cool, we're gonna learn more about Lycon. Oh shit, I forgot that. We're gonna learn more about Lycon. Here's a little bit of Mockingbird. So I'm like, oh, cool. Like, we also don't really know much about Rina, so it'd be kind of nice to know more about her. And I mean, we did learn a little bit, right? We learned that she was the daughter of a rich family, and then for some reasons doing this. Hard to say why. It could be that, like, you know, maybe her family fell under. You know, maybe her family. Maybe her family fell into hard times, and so she just had to get a job, or maybe she just is like, you know what, I don't like what my family is doing, or I don't want to do that as my job. So hard to say. Okay, so that's gonna be it. Jesus Christ, I'm drenched in sweat. 78 degrees inside, and I've been walking for the last hour and a half at 3 miles an hour if my treadmill is accurate and actually going that speed. But yeah, it's basically why, and these character quests were early on, and it's basically because of this that Hollow Zero moved away from televisions. What character quests moved away from televisions? Actually, I'm not curious about the HDD. So, I was doing all the side quests. Like, my goal was to try to like complete all this stuff. So, like, when I go back to this, you can see, oh, okay, I've done 54, 36, 36. Cool. But I was always missing a few things here and there. Like this, I'm missing 3 story quests and a bunch of combat stuff. But if I look at the story, all done. If I go into combat, all done. You know, everything's done. If I go into here, everything done. So what am I missing? Like, I have to be missing, you know, 5 total events, right? 3 from, like, you get 3 per combat thing, or you get 3 per, like, event, essentially. 3 of those little markers. So I'm missing 1 from the stories and 4 from the combat. So I'm missing a bunch of stuff. But I've done all the quests I think I have. So it's like, fuck, why am I doing this? But this is the interlude, which I believe is where Shui Yi's quest is. And so there's her character quest. So if her character quest goes into the Hollow all 3 times, that's 3 of the 5 that I'm missing. And so, like, that was always the kind of confusing thing. Like, Chapter 3, I've done everything. So it's like, it's just so kind of confusing, like, how I've done some and not others. And there's hard versions too, which I'm like, I don't care. I don't play this game for, like, challenge. And then this one's missing 15 as well, which equates to 5. So I'm missing 5 from here. But I also haven't done all the story quests. So presumably, the stuff that I am missing are from the character quests. It seems. Which unfortunately I don't think I can view from here. I don't have the video archive version here, but basically, yeah. So I was missing, I'm missing Lighter's quest. I haven't done Lighter's character quest. I haven't done Shui Yi's. I think I haven't done Bernice's as well. So it's like it could be that those are from that, and that's what I'm missing. I just need to do Bernice's and Shui Yi's, and then that'll finish up Chapter 2 interlude. So like I think at this point now there are. Sure, how many are there left? Yeah, with I did Lycons and Rina, so I'm pretty sure I haven't done Shui Yi's for one. I've done that. So I need to do hers. And then Bernice's I didn't do. That's 2. I did Ellen's. I haven't done Lighter, so that's 3. I'm sure I did Harmos's, right? And then Soldier and I did Triggers. And I did Bird. Okay, so yeah, I only have 3 to do. I just have Lighters and Bernice's and Shui Yi's, and that's it. So, anyway. So I think I don't know if Shui Yi's. I mean, the fact that we're still going into the Hollows means it might still involve television events, especially because there's like a story one. But it does seem that doing the character quest it does also count towards the stuff in the HGD, and that was what was so confusing because I was just like, what? Like, how am I missing stuff? Like, how am I missing quests and shit? Because like, just make sure that nothing's unlocked because of that. So. All these, right? And then there were some things that like some of these would unlock, but it seems like they've just kind of stopped with that. Like we don't seem to get side quests anymore. It's just like everything is done as part of the event or stuff like that, which I guess is fine because like the side quests and stuff were one of the reasons why we went into the television and did a bunch of television shit. So I guess they've decided, nah, fuck that. Like people aren't liking it. It's not as enjoyable. But anyway. But I will eventually finish up the video archives. I only have 3 left, so it's actually not that bad. Then I'll be caught up, and I can just kind of chill and relax, make content as it comes. So, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and call it. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time.